Welcome back, YouTube, to Controller Chaos. And if you guys don't know, Controller Chaos is the main show here on Bandicoot, or I don't know, maybe I should change my channel name. I don't know, what do you guys think? But yeah, so basically enough, today I've got a special episode. Today is episode 3, and today is going to be on the Nintendo Wavebird. Now, if you don't know what the Wavebird is, it's pretty much the best controller ever made. Well, one of the best controllers ever made. To me, the GameCube controller is hands down the best video game controller ever. And the reason why I would say that is, one, it's comfortable. I don't have very big hands, so it fits perfectly in my hands. I always have a solid grip. The 2 shoulder buttons are awesome. The Z button isn't the best, but it's still pretty good. A, B, X, and Y just come so naturally, and so does the C-Stick. The C-Stick on the GameCube controller is awesome. The only one real complaint is the D-pad. The D-pad sucks, and it's weird because normally Nintendo knocks their D-pads out of the park. But besides that one glaring flaw with the GameCube controller, it's amazing. It's the best controller. It's so great feeling. And what the Wavebird is, well, basically a wireless GameCube controller. And it's about the same width of a GameCube controller. As you can see right here, I have my Indigo controller. And the Wavebird is roughly the same size and everything, the same shape and everything like that. Surprisingly, even though it's a little bit bulkier, it still feels the exact same weight and everything. If you're going to purchase a Wavebird, I do have one bit of bad news, and that's that it still takes batteries, 2 AA batteries. But honestly enough, I've heard that charges on Wavebirds last about 99 hours. That's what I was reading on the internet and stuff, was that these last for around 99 hours. And I've had my batteries in since the day I bought this thing, and I got this around 4 weeks ago, and they're still good. So, you know, no complaints out of the battery life from this for me, honestly. But in order to also have it work, you're going to have a receiver. And these are the one thing that is tricky about Wavebirds. I always find Wavebirds, but when I tend to find them, I tend to find them without a receiver. And honestly enough, I would just say stay away from them without receivers. And the main reason why I would say that is because without the receiver, they're worthless. You cannot use this controller without a Wavebird receiver. There was no Bluetooth or anything like that back then, so you know, unfortunately enough, without the receiver, this thing is pretty much garbage. And one quick thing to denote is that you need to have them set on the same channel. For mine, I have it on channel 7. I don't think the channels really make a difference. I've read online that it gives you more feet, but I honestly really doubt that. I feel like they wouldn't make a huge difference. But yeah, so the big question that you might have about the Wavebird, well, the 2 big questions are, 1, lag, and 2, how far can you get away from it? And let me just start with the distance problem. Now, I'm going to do a bit of a jump cut here, but so I'll see you guys on after the jump. Hello YouTube, and welcome back from the jump cut of doom. And basically enough, as you can see, the Wavebird is full wireless. You know, no wires right there or anything like that. Hold this back, and if you look at my TV, you see that I am not directly in front of my GameCube. As you will see, I'm not anywhere near my GameCube at all. And you'll be able to see that my TV is in fact loading up a game. I'm loading up Bomberman Generation, or Bomberman Jetters, because this is what I've been playing lately. And basically enough, to sort of test the distance for you guys, I'm about 5 feet, I don't know, 5-10 feet away from my TV. And as you see, the pause works. Everything's working just perfectly fine. I'm gonna, get you guys away from this crappy looking look at the TV, and I'm going to get you guys to some actual gameplay. I want to tell you guys whether or not I experience any lag or anything like that, so stay tuned for that. Hey YouTube, so this is the gameplay side of things, and you guys are going to see from this gameplay, I don't really notice any real lag. This first game that I decided to test it out with was Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, which is a 3D platformer. It's a pretty good one too, I'd recommend it. But yeah, from almost all of this gameplay, I don't know, I'm not experiencing any form of lag, which would be the main downfall or the main gripe of the Wavebird would be if I was experiencing a ton of lag, but really I'm not noticing anything. And honestly enough, the lag doesn't, it's pretty much unnoticeable, as I was saying. But maybe it's just for this game, so I decided I'd test it out with another game, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. And there's two things you're going to notice from this gameplay footage, and that's one, I absolutely suck at Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Darndest thing, I love the Tony Hawk games, but I just am not good at them very much, excluding the first one. I'm pretty good at the first Tony Hawk Pro Skater. But yeah, again, I'm not noticing any delay or anything like that between me pressing the button and me landing the tricks in this game, or stuff like that. But excluding this terrible gameplay footage because I suck at Tony Hawk Pro Skater, especially Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. But maybe it's just this game that, again, I'm not experiencing any lags. But so far, the Wavebird is 2-0. Again, no real noticeable lag. So I'm going to go into the third game, which is Soul Calibur 2. And I chose Soul Calibur 2 because it's a fighting game, and for all you fighting fans out there, this would be one of the games that you would not want any lag in. And again, I'm not noticing any lag. I'm not feeling any delayed button presses. As you can see, I'm kind of just mashing buttons from this footage, trying a variety of things to really test out whether or not I get any true lag. If I'm being honest, from what I've read about the Wavebird online for lag purposes, it's only a 2-frame delay for lag, which isn't that big of a deal unless you're trying to be a pro Smash Bros. Melee player. But besides that, really, there's no major issue. And we're back to my desk, and overall, can I recommend the Wavebird to you guys as a controller? Of course I can. This thing's awesome. As I was saying in the gameplay, I don't really notice any lag, and I don't have to sit, close to my TV screen. It feels pretty much identical to a regular GameCube controller, which is great because I love this controller. Absolutely adore it. And the only real downfall that I could find with the Wavebird is the price. A Wavebird is around $30 US, and $30 is about 2 of these regular GameCube controllers, and that's a bit steep if I'm being honest. Well, let me clarify. A Wavebird with a receiver is $30. A Wavebird without a receiver is around $10-15. But again, I would go for one with a receiver just because you need those to play the games, and you never know when you'll find a receiver in the wild. But yeah, so besides the high price point of around $30 to maybe even $35 US, besides that, of course I can recommend it. This is just an amazing controller. It's probably my favorite video game controller of all time. And you know, I'm just glad that this was the video that I got to make for my big return for you guys. But yeah, so that was Controller Chaos episode 3. Be sure to join back with me for whenever episode 4 comes out, or whatever my next video is. Be sure to like this video down below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for hopefully 2 videos a week, hopefully. I'm going to try for it. I can't make the promise, but I'm going to try. And be sure to just comment down below if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer any possible questions. But yeah, so this has been Bandicoot, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.